Now we will continue the chapter with solubility product. The concept of solubility product is applicable for sparingly soluble salts. So sparingly soluble salts are the salts which have a very less solubility. Means if you will add a pinch or very less quantity of that particular salt in water, that will make the solution saturated. It is not necessary to add large quantity of such salt to make the solution saturated. Okay, so what is solubility product? Okay, that we will see. For understanding the concept of solubility product, okay, we will take an example of sparingly soluble salt, AgCl. It is sparingly soluble salt means if you will take a certain quantity of water, okay, and if you will add a very small quantity of it, okay, it will get dissolved to form ions. It is a strong electrolyte and therefore it will get ionized completely. Whatever fraction is going to get dissolved, that will form ions. Okay, and if you will add the next small fraction, it will not get dissolved. So with a very small fraction of that salt, the solution will become saturated. Okay. Now, in such a saturated solution of AgCl, the equilibrium which will exist is we will have soluble salt in water, and that soluble part will be in ionic form because it is a strong electrolyte. So unionized form which is in large quantity and ions which are formed. Okay. Now applying law of mass action, we will get K is equal to Ag plus ion concentration into Cl minus ion concentration upon AgCl concentration. As I have told you, it is a sparingly soluble salt. So concentration of AgCl, which is unionized, it is very large, and therefore we can take it as constant. So we will have K into K dash, that is one more constant, which will be equal to Ksp, solubility product, is equal to, this is constant K dash, so it will be Ag plus ion concentration into Cl minus ion concentration. So what is Ksp? In a saturated solution of sparingly soluble salt, in a saturated solution of sparingly soluble salt, the product of molar concentration of ions is constant. Product of molar concentration of ions is constant. The square brackets, they indicate molar concentration, moles per liter. That product is constant, and that constant is nothing but solubility product. That constant is nothing but solubility product. Okay. Now we will take one more example, or we will take first of all general salt. Instead of AgCl, now we will consider a general salt BXAY. Okay, like AgCl, it will form XBY plus ions plus YA X minus ions. YA X minus ions. The solubility product directly we can write BY plus raised to X into A X minus raised to Y. Okay. So we can say in a sparingly soluble, in a saturated solution of sparingly soluble salt, the product of molar concentration of ions raised to a power which is equal to the coefficients in the balanced equilibrium. Those powers are nothing but coefficients in the balanced equilibria. That product is constant. That constant is nothing but solubility product. We will take example of sparingly soluble salts like CaF2. If you will take CaF2 in solid form, it will be in equilibrium with Ca2 plus ions and 2F minus ions. So Ksp will be equal to Ca2 plus ion concentration into F minus ion concentration raised to 2. Okay. Now, if you will have a sparingly soluble salt like Bi2S3, sulfide of bismuth. If you will have sparingly soluble salt like Bi2S3 2Bi3 plus 3S2 minus 3S2 minus. Okay, so KSP will be equal to Bi3 plus will be equal to Bi3 plus raised to 2 into S2 minus raised to 3. S2 minus raised to 3. So, what you can say, in a saturated solution of sparingly soluble salt, in a saturated solution of sparingly soluble salt, the product of molar concentration of ions raised to a power which is equal to the coefficients in the balanced chemical equation or coefficients in the equilibria, okay, that is constant, and that constant is nothing but solubility product. Now, after understanding the concept of solubility product, we will go to solubility. What is solubility? Now, solubility is indicated by S. Solubility is indicated by S. It is denoted by S. And solubility of a substance, it can be expressed in two ways. One is gram solubility and another one is molar solubility. What is gram solubility? Gram solubility is the amount of substance in gram. Gram solubility is the amount of substance in grams which is present in particular per liter or per milliliter, okay, in a fixed quantity of solvent. Okay, gram solubility is the amount of substance in grams present per liter or per milliliter or per cubic meter. Now, molar solubility is the number of moles of the substance present per liter. Molar solubility is the number of moles of the particular substance present per liter of the solution. So, what is the difference? It is gram solubility, how many grams are present, you can say per liter. Molar solubility, number of moles per liter of saturated solution. Important point is of saturated solution. Now, molar solubility can be converted into gram solubility. So, molar solubility is equal to gram solubility upon molar mass. You know how to convert the weight in gram in number of moles? Whatever the weight is given, you have to divide by molar mass, that will become number of moles. Like that, molar solubility is equal to gram solubility upon molar mass. Okay. Now, what is the relationship between molar solubility, solubility product and solubility, that we will see. What is the relationship between solubility product and solubility, KSP and S? For that, again take a general example of a general salt BXAY, which will dissociate to form XBY plus YAX minus. Now you know KSP for this particular equilibria will be equal to molar concentration of By plus raised to X into molar concentration of A X minus raised to Y. A X minus raised to Y. If S is molar solubility, means S number of moles per liter if they are present, and the square brackets are nothing but moles per liter. So KSP will be equal to S, isn't it? So we have X moles, so XS raised to X. Similarly, we will have Y moles of A raised to X. isn't it? So we will have ax raised to ax minus will be s. We will have y such ions raised to y. So x raised to x into s raised to x, y raised to y into x raised to y. So we will have x raised to x, y raised to y, s raised to x plus y, s raised to x plus y. Okay. So this is the relationship between solubility and solubility product for general salt BXAY. We will take one example of AgBr. Instead of BXAY, if we will have AgBr, Br minus, and KSP will be equal to, first of all it's dissociation, Ag plus Br minus, solubility product. And if S is solubility, molar solubility, then it will be equal to S into S, that will be equal to S square. So relationship between solubility and solubility product for such type of salts is KSP is equal to S square. One more example we will take, AlOH thrice. AlOH thrice, again this is sparingly soluble salt. So it will dissociate to form Al3 plus ions plus 3 OH minus ions. KSP will be equal to Al3 plus into OH minus raised to 3. Okay, and if solubility is S, then KSP will be equal to S into 3S raised to 3, that will be equal to 27S raised to 4. 27S raised to 4. So, for the salts like AlOH thrice, the relationship between solubility and solubility product is KSP is equal to 27S raised to 4. KSP is equal to 27S raised to 4. Okay. So I will write this part again here. See, S into 3S cube. So 27S raised to 4. Okay. So this is about solubility and solubility product, and we are going to continue chapter in the next video. Thank you.